UFC lightweight division bout. Well, we probably trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts more than we should, but this fighter certainly fits the bill.
Oh, 110%. He can do everything inside the octagon. Where he is most comfortable is inside of that 8-sided structure where most men are terrified of being. But for this gentleman, he only wants to be there. When you try to wrestle him, he's able to defend takedowns. If you dare stand and strike with him, he can knock you out. He's got all the tools necessary to become a UFC champion.
His first martial art, mixed martial arts, and that's not always the case. He believes that he should have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. All right, so here he is, one of the more prolific takedown artists in the UFC at present, and when you get some praise from Daniel Cormier when it comes to your offensive takedown game, you know you're doing something right.
And we talk about wrestlers and judo players and grapplers, but this guy just combines all of that. He is able to use foot sweeps from the grappling game. He is able to use throws from judo, and he's able to use wrestling from the wrestling game to take people down. He has an array of takedowns at his disposal, and he uses every single one of them. From the speed of the level change to the timing to the knowledge of where to go next when the guy starts to defend, he's truly, truly something special.
I don't think he could take you down, but tonight he doesn't have to. So
he does not
in this matchup, prevailing wisdom is he'll be able to get this fight to the canvas. And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. 4 years, the difference in age between these two fighters, with the same height and a similar reach. All right, now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 29 wins, 13 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Fontana, California, Bobby King Green. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Lee Summit, Missouri, Assassin.
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
The fighters touch gloves.
Ready. Ready to fight?
All right, so here we go with round 1, and on one side, clearly the more well-rounded fighter, yet when we sat down with him on Thursday, first words out of his mouth, he ain't gonna submit me, I'm gonna try to take him down.
Oh, my goodness. And you laugh just like that because you know how much of a joke this is. You want to avoid the grappling with this guy at all costs. I know he has bravado. I know he has a big ego, but it would benefit him to fight this fight and make it as easy as possible. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Green gets back up, no surprise there. Now he engages in a Muay Thai clinch. You better protect that head.
Great job securing the Muay Thai clinch. Watch for big knees to the body and eventually him switch it up with a big knee to the head.
stuffs the takedown without issue.
He's driving the back of the head, pulling forward on the head and the punches. Really's got his opponent on notice here.
Uppercut lands. You wonder if the offensive fighter's going to start to get frustrated here. Most, if not all, of these shots are getting blocked.
They're getting...
All right, so a near-perfect entry there, and finally he gets his first takedown of the fight, and they say if at first you don't succeed, try again, was able to get him down there.
Persistence pays, and that's what we saw with this young man. Over and over, he shot for takedowns, he tried to mix it up, and he got defended. But eventually, he got it done. Now, what does he do with this top control?
Side control now. Under 3 minutes remain in round one. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Green. Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates distance and space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
Nowadays, you see guys just throwing little shots that don't really matter. Very few guys now are committed to ground and pound as they were in the past.
Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation, and a healthy one, for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard. That was stuck in. Nice strike.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. And a nice job at least staying upright on that.
Right hand in the clinch.
Oh, and he defends another takedown there, so looked like a pretty good entry, but once again, unable to get him down.
Great balance, great awareness, moved the head back inside, turned that double into a single, sprawled, and got away from his opponent. Great job. Take him down, cut him. Take him down, cut him. Over and over, he's securing these takedowns.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can
All right,
really
we'll see if he can lock in on the choke.
Oh, wow, oh! Oh!
Nicely done. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Green's back to the side control now. Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. All right, so there's the horn. Let us now look back at some of the action in that round, DC, and he had his takedown game going early and often.
Yeah, he had it going great. I mean, he did a great job of finding his entries, rushing to his finishes before his opponent could react and defend him. He should be very proud of the work he did over the course of that last round.
Not a bad round, but I need you to stay more active from the bottom. Let's look for those arm bars. Let's look for...
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Hands high, good head movement, lots of footwork.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Takedown defense holds up.
He's in a good flow right now. He's landing big shots to the body.
and he lands a punch there. Good connection by him on that.
Great connect, so fast, so accurate. And watch the ability to land from anywhere. It's a beautiful, fast, quick jab with meaning.
Back to the feet now.
Big kick lands.
Oh, single collar tie here. And now he engages in a Muay Thai clinch, and I think a lot of people watching wonder how you can control an opponent like that. Hard to get out of.
It's very difficult to get out of. Look and notice how tight his elbows are as he's maneuvering and moving his opponent into positions where he can get off the strikes. Nice punch landed.
All right, so both sort of struggling for position here in the clinch. When you find yourself in this situation, what do you do to get out?
Anytime it's very tough, anytime chest to chest and you have nowhere to go, I think to myself, underhook. Whoever's winning the underhook is winning the clinch battle.
Single collar tie now. Oh, nice counter to land the left hook.
Oh, clinch position. Watch the knees and the elbows come now.
Oh, good opportunity to do damage here. He's got that tie clinch. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in this second. And an immediate transition to the judo throw right into side control.
He's in side control. He's got a ton of options.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Just over 2 minutes now to go. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Nice leg kick.
Big right hook coming, it's blocked.
Good work, guys. Take him down.
All right, so he's landed some good shots tonight, but this is not a combo meal, right? No three-piece, no soda. It's one and done more often than not.
John, don't you come to me without a combo. I want the whole platter. Give him the whole platter, young man. Put some punches together. Make this guy take the whole thing. Give him more than one strike. You have now found a setup punch. The jab is landing consistently. Find something that's going to go behind it.
Double leg. Double legs there. Double leg. Let's go. Get off first for me.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if he can follow it up.
He's landed that punch over and over again. What's he going to do to follow up?
And now he's got that. So now we are on the ground. Now he is in his wheelhouse. We'll see if he can get one of his submissions to popular demand. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here. Just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
You need to get your head back in the game. Remember the training. You need to push the baseline. You are better than this dude. Hands up.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight.
There's no tell on that leg kick.
Oh, a little single collar tie there. Oh, now going to the judo throw, and he ends up in side control. A lot of options for him here.
Yeah, he can either go ground and pound or he can chase submission.
All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation.
Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it with his head. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Then he's out. Just over 3 minutes to go now. Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here from Bach. Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Lands a strike from the bottom. Nice work there by Green. Continues to apply pressure here in half guard. Just misses there with the left. Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now. And they separate. Got the single collar tie.
Look at those weapons. Look at how he uses his knees to the body.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Another nice knee there. And there's another takedown attempt. And there comes the separation now.
Good stick.
Oh man, that left side is getting beat up now. Look at the redness there. Oh, collar tie. Green's got the tie clinched. Let's see what he can do with it. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Nice punch lands over the top.
Back and forth we go. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Oh, man, that's a nice kick right there.
He's doing a great job of landing that kick over and over again. Look at him yank the head and land that beautiful punch from the clinch. Oh!
And this might just be a matter of time.
Oh, he might have got him with a choke.
Wow. Close guard. Back to the stand-up now. Both fighters upright.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, straight right. Oh, he just continues to pour it on. He has been aggressive all night long with his striking. Got to be careful here to not empty the gas tank. So far, so good, though, in this round. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds.
Listen, you can do this now. I want you to go down and put your combination straight down the middle. I need more of that.
All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. We had a knockdown there, but not a knockout.
No, it wasn't a knockout, but you can't take those shots. That big punch landed, and it sat him down. If he gets hit with another one of those, it might be good night, Irene.
All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous frame.
Yes, it wasn't a bar fight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Stay active. Stay on those toes and stay active.
Oh, huge block.
Move your head.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Single collar tie now. Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too, doesn't seem to be slowing down whatsoever. Oh, nice job to defend the takedown and scramble to his feet. And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Checks the leg kick.
Wow. It's in there deep. There you go. Oh!
I need you to fight out of that.
The sheer will is really remarkable to watch. All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out and just go for the finish.
Oh, excellent pressure here from top position by Green. 3 minutes remain in the round. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Well, you got to be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. Green's pass is denied. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Oh, wow, that happened quickly as the fighter reverses position there on the ground.
Unbelievable position change. Wow, what a transition.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Control those wrists.
Green's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling.
Scramble, scramble.
All right, so good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
Solid strike on the ground. All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful.
Now it's his mouth.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long.
Oh, right to the mouth.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Green.
Kick him off.
30 seconds now to go in the round.
Nice. That's it. Nice shot.
20 seconds to go. And there's the buzzer indicating the end of round 4.
Take a seat. Breathe. Relax. You are fine. We expected a bloody fight. We knew this was going to happen. We expected that war. Refocus.
All right, so the takedown's the big storyline in that previous round. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and got to be pretty discouraging to get grounded that many times in one round.
Oh, it's so discouraging because all you want to do is let your offense go, but every time you're getting dragged to the floor constantly, you're starting to get fatigued. He's starting to wear on you. Let's see what type of effect it takes on his offensive approach as the next round starts. Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Oh, he gets double leg takedown attempt here, and that one is true. Nice job there to enter and ultimately plant his opponent on the mat.
Now what does he do? That he's gotten his best shot off, finished the attack. Where does he go now from the top position?
Lands the grounded pound strike here. Green's lower jaw looking extremely swollen now.
Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on him. An attacking armbar. You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle. Now he falls back into the finishing position.
All right, full guard now, DC.
And for the guy on top, he needs to build posture or just go to the next position, start shoving that knee through, trying to get the half guard, which in turn will lead to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you need to be anticipating, you need to be framing, you need to be moving, looking for opportunities to either reverse the position or get back to your feet.
Green gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. 3 minutes now to go to decide this one.
He's so committed to body punching.
Well, we'll see if he can turn this defense into offense, but he's doing a great job blocking. Oh, picks him up, DC!
He's got him up. Great single leg. Put him down. You are a child, boy. You belong to me.
Imagine being able to pick up another man and say, you go here, bro. You go here.
I can't.
I know.
I've done it before. John, I've done it before.
Now he's masterful from here.
Oh, he went to a single, switched to a high crotch. He flipped him over the top. What a fantastic takedown.
Welcome to the Cormier Express. All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
2 minutes now to go in this one. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Pretty significant welt to the left side. Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
45 seconds remain in the round.
And now he has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look from the transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
And he's out. Waning seconds of this fight. Well, you got to stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice punch. All right, so the fight goes the distance. Both guys had their moments, but there was a striking advantage, albeit slight, and perhaps that'll be enough for him to get his hand raised tonight.
It should be enough. I mean, when you watch the fight, you understand that you are watching two of the best mixed martial artists in the world. But it did look like he did just enough to earn a competitive decision.
The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores this contest, 49-46, green. Judge 2 scores it, 48-47, assassin. And Judge 3 scores it, 49-46, for the winner by split decision, Bobby King Reed.
All right, so there it is. 2 of the 3 judges saw it his way. He gets it done by split decision. You've never won a split decision in your career.
Oh, I've won a split decision. Alexander Gustafsson and I went to a split decision. Right after the first scorecard was read in his way, I almost panicked because I was like, oh my goodness, it's over. So I understand exactly what these 2 guys are feeling when they went to the center of the octagon.